Perfect.
Hi, Dan.
Perfect. So, Anita, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, what better way to end up? What better way to end up an epic week with someone as epic as you? You know what I mean?
That's fantastic. I'm
I
really
love it.
glad to be here with you.
I love it. Well, welcome to the show. As I said, it is so cool and amazing to have you here. And jumping straight to the interview now. Tell me how your acting career started.
My acting career started when I saw my mom on the stage.
Okay.
I was 8 years old, and I saw her transform into this other person.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't believe she was doing this, and I thought it was so magical. And I watched her play, and it was just incredible that she could do this, and the people around her could do it. So my love for characters and for acting just started seeing people make the suspension of disbelief. So I came to New York, I went to the Barrow Group, to the Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Yeah.
And I've been doing theater, I've been doing films, and it all started there.
I love it. And back when you were making your first steps, baby steps here, back when you recently started, tell me what were some of the challenges that you had on your career?
Well, I would say after going out of conservatory, after going out of school, where do I go? What's next? Because you have to have a talent for your talent,
Totally.
It's now more about the auditions you go to and the people you make meaningful relationships with. And it's about collaborating and doing new things and meeting new people. And that's something that you learn, that having mentors, it's crucial, essential. They will support you, they will bring you up, they will introduce you to people as you will for other people. So it was understanding what do I needed to do in order to communicate, to engage with other actors and other professionals.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is so interesting that, when you finish, when you're about to start something new, like a project, a music career, acting career, and I think it happens sometimes with all of careers. That once you finish, you're like, okay, what's next? You feeling this, you got this feeling okay, so I invested time, money here, I got everything now, but what's next? So it is so cool the fact that you move from there, and you continue, that you continue pursuing it, because sometimes it happens you will finish up your studies, but then you need the money, and then you will be finding kind of a temporary job, and then once you realize it became your serious job, and all the time that you invested in something that you thought you liked, it ended up becoming a second thing because you focused on other stuff, so the fact that you continue on that path, that's really cool.
Absolutely. And it's just it's a difficult but very rewarding journey.
I can totally agree on that. And talking about a little bit of your performances in theater, so you were in TGIF, No Exit, in the mountains, but tell me how you usually prepare before going on stage. So do you have let's say a so-called ritual, something you always do in order to
the rituals are important.
Okay.
I like to arrive early and walk into the theater and breathe and just take a big sigh and get ready for this, get ready for the show. I warm up, and then when I see my play partners, my Viking shipmates, because that's where we are a body. So I look at them and I say one and only one, because we're one. And I like being on a circle with the people that I'm playing with. If we can do a warm-up together, that's fantastic, because we're about to engage in a journey, and it's a play, so we gotta have fun,
Yeah, absolutely. And how does it feel, all that energy, all that vibe, once it's done, what do you usually do? Would you go party? Would you go to take, to just go home, take a shower, go to sleep? What is the thing that you always do after a play, after we did it, it's done, so what's next?
What's next? Say goodbye to your character in the mirror, or until tomorrow if you haven't finished. And you go home if you have a performance. And if it's the end of performance, let's all go out and have some dinner and share, break bread, and talk about this journey that we went into.
Wow.
This magic thing that we created. What happened? What was unexpected? Like, what did they do to react to this unexpected thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Celebrating with your castmates, essential.
That is so cool. That is so cool whenever you get the chance to, after it, just enjoy the ride and enjoy the experience. That is so cool. I love it. I love it. And tell me, like, how you usually prepare a character. Now, of course, I understand that that depends on the role, but like, what usually sets you up into, like into this journey of creating someone?
Well, first I read.
Yeah.
I read the script over and over, or the play over and over, and I familiarize myself with the story. Who am I in the story? And then I like to look for adjectives that describe my character.
Okay.
That other people say. Maybe she's stubborn. Maybe she's hot-headed. Maybe she's pristine. And these adjectives, I make a list. And I find an animal that has these characteristics.
Oh, okay.
So it's animal work. So I start like working on postures. It's very different, somebody who leads from the chest or somebody who leads from the head.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I try to find the animal and the character, and that allows me to know them deeply. The character work is actually my favorite. You feel like a detective.
Yeah. Yeah, it is true. Yeah, no, I haven't thought about it, but yeah, it is true. It's like, yeah, okay. I like it. That's interesting. And what do you think that are, like one of the reasons why an actor will get stuck when they are creating a character, or probably like not stuck, but will get into, like a little bit desperate?
Getting stuck, it's gonna happen because it happens, and it's okay. I feel a method is important.
Yeah.
Just having a ritual and having a set of things to know about your character.
Mm-hmm.
When are we? Where are we? What are we doing here? What do we want? And what do we need? And just after we answer these questions, if there's some questions along the way, you can just write them. And that's why your director is there. Maybe you'll have the luck to have the screenwriter there even. So questions are going to come up. Write them and continue. If you feel you're blocked, just do. Working is important because the inspiration exists, but it catches you while you're working. If you're not constantly just like wondering about what the character, who they are, and opening yourself up to what could they do. Okay, yeah, I think and also I would assume, right, that at the end you wanted to make it as relatable as possible, right? I mean, regardless of what is your role, you try to make it kind of as relatable as possible, right? So I think that could be the part that you might get like a little bit stuck, right? Yeah, absolutely. Like you get stuck in that, but then like you can think about what's of you that's similar with the character and what differences do you have, and you can bridge the gap. How you are like that sometimes, you know?
Okay. And on your case, what are some of the things that you enjoy the most when you are creating a character?
What I enjoy the most, I like developing activities and props. I like looking for quirks. I like looking for little secrets, things that I just know. I like writing their story, thinking about their life. I just like creating people. Like this person who is me in the circumstances as well, and what's different from me. I just enjoy the transformation.
I love it. And also, I think it's kind of a little bit relaxing, the fact that you can just put away aside for a bit so you can be someone, right? I mean, the fact that you can, I would assume that it gets to be kind of a little bit therapeutic, right? Like a little bit of therapy, let's say, for you to kind of put yourself away for a bit, just whatever you're having, like your situation where what is happening, you just put that away so you can be somebody else for a while.
Oh, it's absolutely cathartic. It's just that you can get all out, that you can get in with previous circumstances of your life, problems that you haven't solved, the amount of things that I have dealt with, that I have solved in theater. Because it's weird like that. You know, sometimes I get some roles, and most of the times I get some roles that say words that I want to say. Things that I need to get off my chest, and I'm like, oh, I've been putting this off in my life, but now it's in the script, so I have to deal with it. So it's like destiny. You know?
I love it. Yes, I love it. And also, I mean, it is. I would assume, right, that it's really cool. The fact, again, so I would assume that it's really cool because you will be able. I mean, you are able to kind of learn more about yourself when you are creating someone, right? I mean, and also you get the chance to discover new things, or like something new that you learn from that character in order to apply on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, things about yourself that you don't know that might surprise you. You know, you find out some things like, oh, you know, the darkest, deepest secrets, because playing someone is not possible without having a deep knowledge of yourself and the other, and without listening, because it's really listening with your skin.
And how you usually break character, you know, like once everything's done, you're good to go. Once you're like, how is your process to be like, okay, I'm back?
I take my costume off, I wash my hands, and I look at myself in the mirror and I say, thank you, Esmeralda, or thank you, whoever I'm playing. I thank them, and I go home.
Okay.
And I try. Sometimes there's characters that linger with you, they're persistent, but I try my best to leave them when the time is done.
Okay. And so, let's say that I want to become an actor, right? And I got a role. Like, what advice would you give me, or like, what are some of the things that I would need to consider as the first time that I'm gonna prepare a character? Like, what can I expect?
I think that the most important thing is know who you are, what is your part, because it's called a part because it's your part on the story. We're part of the bigger thing. So the most important thing is the story and to serve the story. So more than concentrating in the part that we have or our lines, I would concentrate in what are we telling, what is the thing that we're trying to come across, what is the point, and what do you want and what do you need.
Okay. I love it. Now, you were also in Something in Value, Tribulations, The Harbinger. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And on. I mean, while I was doing this, I checked your resume, and it's huge. I love it. But on your experience, what would you say it's important for storytelling as an actress?
To be truthful, because acting is not lying, it's revealing the deepest truth, revealing yourself, revealing your wound. So to be truthful to the story, to be truthful to the character, and to be truthful to yourself. And once you're truthful to yourself, they will believe, the audience will believe, and it's gonna become this little magical thing that we'll get taken on a journey with.
Okay, I love it. And so check this out. If you had to name a film, right, in which all of the characters you have played at the moment, like literally since day one until right now, so all of these characters and you will gather for your birthday, tell me what would be the name of that film?
That's fantastic. El Fabuloso Journey.
I like it.
El Fabuloso is the Fabulous.
Yeah.
So El Fabuloso Journey, I think.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. Yeah, okay. I like it. Now, what about if you had to choose one of your characters, but to be your roommate, which one would you pick?
I think Esmeralda from Camino Real, Tennessee Williams.
Okay.
She struggled.
Okay.
And she wants to move forward, and she has this passion that's indomitable. So I think like that would be a great roommate, like to have like house parties. and she will be also down to earth and appreciative. So yeah, I
Okay.
see her. I think her.
Okay. What about describing your career on a drink or even a meal? Like your whole
Mm.
acting career. How would you
Pina
describe it?
colada.
Okay. I love it. I like it. I actually like pina coladas. They're fresh, they're good, and they're the perfect mix for like a hot day. So yeah, I like it.
They're fantastic. Honestly, more
Yeah.
pina coladas for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. And what about also describing your career on a holiday?
Halloween, because it's my favorite, and everyone gets to transform in whatever they want. Everyone can show their true selves. For just one night, everything is accepted.
Okay. Yeah, it is true. It is true. I love it. I love it. Now, like, what motivates you? We all have those days, in which we want to quit. We think that it's been a waste of time. I mean, we get into this toxic bubble, right? That it's nothing but basically destroying us. But on your case, what puts you out? What puts your feet back on the ground so you can continue on this journey?
I'm my dog. I have
Your
a
dog?
bulldog and she's great. She's so wrinkly and happy. I just wake up and she's happy to see me, and we go out and have a walk, and then the sun is fantastic, and everything then follows. I have to get up, yes or yes, because she needs to go out.
Yeah,
She will run me. So then it starts. I start the day with love for my puppy. I go out and I see the sun, and I feel I have important things to do. I just want to take it day by day, project by project, and feel appreciative. I recently learned and understood that being grateful for the things that were happening to me just brought more blessings. The minute that I stopped worrying about my career and if I'm going to book this role and why didn't I book this one, the minute I stopped doing that, everything started happening. So, like, just feeling grateful for where you are and what you're getting, just it motivates you. Like
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And also, if you think about it too much, if you get stressed about it, and sometimes, I mean, I think it's also kind of normal that sometimes we will get stressed for things that are out of our hands, But I mean, that's life, and also I think that as you mentioned, the moment that you start to be grateful, to actually appreciate the opportunities that you have, and just worry and not worry about other stuff. It's the moment when everything you start to connect and everything goes a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm from Medellin, Colombia. Like, the odds was not that I was here acting, that I was in New York, that I was doing theater, that I was doing films. Those were not the odds. But I made it happen for myself. And like, what was my dream when I was 8 has already happened at some degree. And then I had new dreams and moved on to new dreams. So if you're gonna be miserable at every step of the way because you're always gonna want something, you're a co-star, and then like, oh my god, I can't wait to be a guest star, and like I can wait to be recurring.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have a lead. So you're always gonna be wanting something. Might as well enjoy when you get it. Celebrate victories.
Yeah. I can totally understand that. Yes. And my last question here is, what can we expect from you in the future?
Well, I'm actually working on a performance for Tuesday at the Cutting Room in New York City. If you're around, June 7th at the 7th. Do you have a crush on me? Is the event called. It's going to be a storytelling night, so you're welcome to come. Check my profile.
I love it. I love what you do. I love your career. I love your vibe. I mean, I'm in love with your career here. It is so cool what you do. It is so amazing here, and you make it look super simple, super amazing, super awesome. And I mean, we all know that it's not, but you are making it look like that. And the fact that you have accomplished so many cool things, that you have worked, that you basically put the work on it, and you have results, and you just enjoy it. I mean, what can I say? It is so cool what you do, and I just can't wait for more people to appreciate and see what you do, because it is amazing.
Thank you for inviting me, Dan, and thank you all so much for coming to see us. This was fantastic.
Yeah, And also,
Yes, come on Tuesday, so Lester. Oh my God, see you, Kate, everyone, Andrea, see.
I love it. I love it. And also, I want to thank those watching this right now. Thank you so much. Also, if you are watching it either later here on Instagram or later on YouTube, or if you are on the way to work or doing something, go for a walk and you're listening it on Spotify or Apple Podcast, make sure to follow Anita and all of her social media. Normally, what I would say is for you to follow her. Let's make her viral. # Team Anita, because she's awesome. She's badass. She's amazing.
Yes.
And before I send you off,
hear you.
I need to send you off properly with an epic send-off. If you have seen some of my episodes before, you know exactly what is about to happen. But if not, then I can surprise you. So I love that. So.
Thank you for having me, Dan. This was fun.
At one point we're gonna have live audience, but COVID. We're still, how it goes. But one day we're gonna have a lot of audience. But in the meantime, keep killing it, keeping amazing. And
yes, I'll buy you a piña colada.
That's all the plan, and I'll buy you another. All right. So thank you. Have an epic week. Have an epic evening. An epic upcoming week. Keep killing it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.